Okay, now we are actually recording. All right, guys, sorry about that. So welcome to Thursday night's call. Today is November 19th, and tonight we have an amazing guest speaker, Chelsea, who's going to be sharing with us. Oh, it looks really weird to see myself on my phone. Chelsea's going to be sharing about how to attract people to you, and she is seriously like the expert at this topic, so I'm super excited for you guys to learn from her. I do want to just give a few shout outs before I let her get into it like we usually do. Our Success Club rock stars from October. I know this is a little bit delayed. There's several people that Chelsea has on her team that I didn't have time to put them all on here. So congrats to all of you guys. You guys are awesome. We also have on Tribe Fierce and Free, we have Chelsea. They got SC10 and Mariah. Whoop, whoop. For SC5, we have Christine, Melissa, Whitney, Kelly, Hattie, Dana, Shayna, Alyssa, Christopher, and me. So yay, everybody. Give everybody a whoop whoop, raise the roof for getting SC last month. We still have a week after this week to hit SC. Dana's over there, whoop whoop. I just lost my train of thought. We still have a week after this week to hit Success Club. And I've been trying to share with you guys like what I'm saying in conversations to people, because I know right now a lot of people are like, no, I can't. Well, guess what? They're going to, because we believe in them and they're going to do it. So I'll keep sharing screenshots in the team page this week as I break through these objections that people are giving us, because we are committed to helping people and we're going to do it together. The 21-day fix is on sale this month, just as a reminder. And I'm going to be talking more about upcoming events on team calls that are coming up, but we do have the women's event in April that I think there's like 15 of us that are going. And then I have 25 tickets for GoPro next December, which will be life-changing. We'll share more about that later. I think that's all the updates for now. Oh, we do have our webinar next Wednesday. We're going to do it at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be Jamie and myself, and I posted all the details in the team page, along with a flyer, an invite, and what you guys can post about that. And then we're also going to do another live power hour together every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time until the end of the year, because this year is a hard time of year in general. It's going to be more difficult to get people focused on their health and fitness. But I will tell you that you can do it, because last November, I seriously think I recruited like 40 people because I was committed to doing it. And I was like, no, you people are not going to tell me that you can't do this just because it's the holidays. It's just a matter of being relentless and really caring about people. So if you want to come do a live power hour with us to stay motivated, we'll be doing it every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So now I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Chelsea. As I told you guys in the team page, I know most all of you already know Chelsea, but I have to brag on her because she's awesome. Chelsea became a coach about a year and a half ago. She is a 3-star diamond. She reaches Success Club 10 every single month, and her team, I know she's going to kill me when I say this because she's a little bit nervous about it, but I know she's going to do it. They're projected to be elite this year because they're freaking amazing. That's only in a year and a half. So that's awesome. So I'm going to hand it over to Chelsea, and she's going to teach you guys about how to attract people into your business. So I'll unmute you, and I thought I unmuted you. Why isn't it working? Oh, shit. Gotta love technology.
I'm on.
Okay. I'll mute myself.
Okay. I hope that you guys, your internet isn't so great. So if I cut out or you guys like can't hear me, chat in the chat box or raise your hand or something. I'm excited to talk about all of this because it's probably my favorite thing to talk about. I could probably talk about it all night, so hopefully I can keep it to 30 minutes. If you didn't get here at the beginning of the call that I'm pregnant, I get super out of breath just by speaking really easily. So I apologize if I sound ridiculous and I have to keep going like, because it happens way too often now. So I apologize when I'm talking really fast, I'm going to get out of breath. But so a lot of things I want about tonight, like Jess said, how to attract people to your posts. Like my posts have always been like my heart and soul. I put a lot of time into my posts, and I don't mean time, but like thought. You know, I've never been someone to schedule my posts. I've never used Hootsuite. That's just not me. I just like, I don't I don't plan ahead enough. But also I just feel like some days I wake up and I listen to personal development and I'm like, oh my God, I need to post about that. Like I'm just a post on the spot kind of person. So my posts have always been something that are near and dear to my heart. Even when I was working as a nurse, I found time. I'm going to share this a little bit more, but I have made it a non-negotiable every single day since I've started. I have never missed a day of posting 3 to 5 times a day. Not once. Not when I found out I was pregnant, not in my first trimester when I was on the couch and like literally couldn't get off. I made it a non-negotiable no matter what to post 3 to 5 times a day, every single day. And I do think that is a lot of the reason why I am where I am today, because I've just always been about my posts. Your posts are everything. This is not so what you're sharing about, if you're not consistent, the minute that you stop posting, like people are going to stop watching. So your posts are huge. Think about them, put heart into them, have intention. Don't just post to post. So when you're thinking about posting, think about what and who you want to attract. So what type of person are you talking to in your post? Who do you want to attract? And I discussed this on my team call last night. We discussed developing your niche in a lot of these things, similar to my coaches that are on here. But in the beginning of my business, I was still full of fear. I sort of didn't really have like complete belief in this business and that I would succeed like I wanted it. I saw Jess and her upline like kicking ass and I was like, oh, I know that it's possible, but I don't know if I can do it. So I was still super doubtful and super fearful that like I could actually do this full time. I was full of doubt and fear and anxiety. I used to be a super negative person. So a lot of the people that I was attracting in the beginning of my business were that type of person. 95% of the coaches that I attracted when I first started are no longer on my team because they quit. Because that's the type of person I was. Normally I would quit. I was so full of fear that like I just wouldn't work hard for anything. So think about, I said this on my team call last night, what happens at the head of the organization happens throughout the entire body of the organization. So you're never going to attract a coach that is successful than you or harder working than you or wants this more than you or believes in this more than you. So even if you're feeling down or doubting yourself or you're not sure about how far you're going to get in this business, let that be portrayed in your posts. Like be confident when you're talking to people. And I'm totally getting off on a tangent because this isn't about having conversations with people, but just, when I make my posts now, it's like, I am looking for driven, motivated, self-disciplined people. I make sure in all of my posts, I'm saying that it took hard work to get here where I am today. It didn't just happen overnight. So think about who you want to attract when you're talking. I heard, I think Jess sent like months ago, from one of the top coaches. And she said the next thing that I'm going to say, and it's just been, it may have been like 6 months ago, but ever since I started doing this, I've seen a huge change in my business. And I do tell my coaches this already. So I want you to self-diagnose your social media. So go to and ask yourself these 4 questions. If I was going to your page, would I be able to see these things? So the first one is, can I tell that you're a health and fitness coach? Can I tell that you host monthly fitness accountability challenges? How can I tell how your life has changed because of Beachbody or your health and fitness business? And can I do it too, just by looking at your posts? So those 4 fitness coach, you host accountability challenges monthly. Your life is drastically different because of coaching, and I can do it too. You've proven that in your posts. So that's always sort of what I look at when I look at my social media now. Like I try to ensure that I am sharing all of those things, and every single one of my posts, maybe not every single one, but throughout the day, I like diagnose my day afterwards. And I'm like, okay, did I do those 4 things? Like, can they tell that I'm a health and fitness coach? Tell that my life has changed, that they can do it too, yada, yada. So think about those things. Go to your page. I really, really urge you to self-diagnose all of those things. So this is something that we learned at Summit that I guess I already did, but I never really categorized it like this. So if you're at Summit, it's probably a repeat, but there's 3 like main categories that I sort of look at when it comes to my posts and how I share them and how I'm sharing my story and my journey and that sort of thing. The 3 areas are financial, physical, and emotional. So every time I'm writing a post or sharing a little bit of my story, I think about those 3 things. Like every single day, I think I post one of each of those things. I think I do. So that's that's easy. You're posting your workout, or you're being a product of the product, your Shakeology, whatever. Like, how have you physically changed because of Beachbody? I did not have a physical from Beachbody. I had one prior, so I do have that to share about. But there isn't really something that I can show. I do have a couple transformations that I do share. So never mind that, but physical, show that you're working out, show how you're getting paid to work on your health and fitness, whatever it is that you can show physically, how this business is changing your life or your physical story. What were you before coaching? I used to be a binge eater. I used to count calories and weigh 112 damn pounds and look sickly skinny because I thought that was the healthy way to go. And now I have a healthy relationship with food. I eat more than I ever have, and I'm in the best shape of my life. So think about that. How are you changing coaching? How is your story changing because of coaching? Financial, I post about that. I don't specifically say, income or financial every single day, but I would say every other day, if not every day. I know that in the beginning of my business, I didn't, I wasn't making six figures. I didn't quit my job. I didn't have a huge financial story. So it doesn't need to be big. It's however, like, have you made $5? Great. What did you do with that $50? Or you're getting paid, even if you made $5, you're still getting paid to work on your health and fitness. So think about financially what you can do to share, what it is we're doing as coaches. I know Jess has probably shared this before, or I have on another call, but when I get my nails done, I'd be like, thanks, I got my nails done. Or I got 4 new tires on my Jeep. I was like, that was all because of coaching. Thanks, Beachbody. Like, I got my living room renovated. Thanks, Beachbody. Like, any little thing that you can do to share in any sort of way. One of my new coaches, she posted a picture of her new iPhone, and she's like, upgraded my iPhone. She's like, have an upgrade? Nope. But I had extra money from working a side business in part-time hours, so I got this phone. Like, think of just small, tiny ways to show people that financially something's happening. Like, I honestly think people are relating more to the little wins that you're getting financially, when they see like your huge financial story. Of course, it's going to inspire them. And they're going to wish that they could do that as well. But at the same time, like, there's moms out there that literally just stay home and want to make enough money to cover the cost of diapers. Like, share every little thing that you possibly can financially that this is doing for you, even if you've made $5 or even if you've made nothing. You haven't even made a paycheck yet. How could you benefit in the future from this? Like, I used to share Jess's story. I used to share other people's stories. Like, think of any possible you can share financially if you don't have a huge financial story. And emotional is huge for me. I think I post about that every single day. I used to be super negative, full of anxiety. I used to doubt myself, live in fear, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm none of those things because of personal development. So I know I do mental and physical, or emotional and physical every single day. I don't know what I was just going to say. I just lost my train of thought. But emotional is huge. There are things I'm going to go into later, so I'll just forget about that right now. But meet people where they are. This is huge. I mean, if I just continually post about how much my life has changed and I'm so like, I don't have to worry about income anymore and my family's free and I have so much free time and I get to work outside and travel and sit on my couch with my dog and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not really meeting people where they are right now. So think about where you used to be prior to coaching, what it used to look like, relate to them. So I'll usually say in my posts, like, I don't know, say that I woke up to no alarm. I woke up whenever I wanted. I'll say, like, waking up slow this morning, feels great to get to my couch and know that this is my office for the day or whatever. Slept in today, whatever it is that I say. And then I'm like, this didn't used to be my life. I say a year ago, this is not what my mornings looked like. It was me commuting to work. It was me, having a stressful morning, getting my workout in at 5 a.m., waking up to an alarm, being told where to be, putting on my uniform. Now, this is where I am. So relate to people where they are. Try to think back to what your life used to look like. Or say you're still in that situation, share about what you want it to look like, what it will look like. So I try to do with every single post, even my fitness ones. If I'm sharing that I worked out, I usually, we'll say, like, this didn't used to be me. Like, I used to binge eat. I used to hate fitness. I used to blah, 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 blah. So relate to them, be relatable, think about where they are, meet them where they are, and show them that they can do it as well. When it comes to sharing your story, I'm sure Jess has talked about this. And if you guys were at Summit, this is just something that I always do. You want a breadcrumb. You don't want to just give the whole loaf of bread in every single post. So I'm not going to share my entire story. So I started out when I was 12 as this type of person. And then I got into this counting calories, and then I met Jess, and then I started this journey, and here I am today. Like, I don't do that in every single post. Like, there's a time and a place to share your entire story. But for the most part, every single day, you should just be giving little bits and pieces of your story. So again, like, I woke up today with my alarm. Like, this didn't used to be my life. It used to be this. Like, that's it. I didn't go into my entire story. And then, I share a personal development quote and say, I used to live in so much fear. Now I don't. Like, little bits and pieces every post, not giving the whole entire story of yourself every time. Remember, this isn't about you. They're not thinking about you and like judging you and criticizing you. They're thinking about how it relates to them and what they're going through. They see your post and they think about themselves. Like we would, I saw Jess's post and I was like, oh, I didn't care. I didn't say like, oh, how does she get to do this? I'm like, I want to do that, So think about that when you're posting, to grow some thick skin on social media. I'm just to the point where I don't give a shit about anything. And I'll get more into that as well. But what is your think about that? This is something that I tell all of my new coaches when we get on a GSR. I'm like, the quicker that you discover what your story is, the better. You all have a story. You have all overcome something in your life. You've all been through a struggle, right? Like, has anyone on this call just had rainbows and butterflies their entire life? I don't think so. So think about times that you have overcome things. You've overcome a struggle. You've had a downtime in your life. That's part of your story. Share it. You all have a voice. I always tell I don't want you to be a carbon copy of me. Jess doesn't want you to be a carbon copy of her. Find your voice, share your story. That's what makes you, you. That's what makes this business. And share what you've overcome. How can you turn your trials into triumphs and your mess into a message? And again, don't share the same story every day. Of course, I'm not like every single day. I don't wake up and say, again, I woke up to no alarm and no boss, and this didn't used to be my life. Like, I'm not sharing the same story every single day. It's different. Think of different things. Personal development really helps all of my posts. I mean, that's usually where I come up with a lot of my posts, just from being inspired or feeling like I have to tell the world one thing or whatever it is. But most of my posts will come from personal development. So ask yourself when you're posting, again, don't just post to post. Don't just post to like have 3 to 5 pictures a day. Are you posting with intent? Are your posts engaging? So especially on my like page, I'll usually try to engage them in every single post, like share or like this, or who likes this recipe, or which ones. But on every social media post, I try to say like, I try to be engaging, like where my mom is at, or who's been through this, or who can relate, or who didn't want to work out today, or who didn't want to do this. Not necessarily call to actions every time, but sort of like asking them a question so that your followers want to respond, to comment on your picture. I only do 1 call to action a day, and I've actually realized that a lot lately I haven't even been doing that. But a call to action, in case you don't know, like message me or know how I've done this, shoot me an email, or that's a call to action. I don't do that very often. Usually 1 post a day again, but I do try to make all of my posts engaging in something that they can ask or comment on and that sort of thing. If you're saying, woke up, worked out, leg day done, can't walk, see you tomorrow. They're not going to really relate to you or even want to say anything or even want to like your picture. So ask yourself, like, would you like that? Would you want to like and comment on that picture? Or would you kind of just scroll past and be like, yeah, it's great, she worked out today, but she's pretty boring. So think about those things. Are you adding value, and are you reaching someone or relating to them? Again, I think that I go more into this in the next part that I'm going to talk about, but when I get really vulnerable or relatable in my posts, like that's when I get the most traction on them. So when I shared like my struggles going through my first trimester, once I could finally like share it with the world. Once I shared all of those things, like I got so many comments like, oh, you're doing so amazing. I wouldn't be doing that. And I've been there, and thank you for sharing. I'm totally going through the same thing. Like, I know that it seems really scary to get really vulnerable and to share your struggles and to share things that aren't perfect, because your life is essentially there out in the open on social media. But I promise, like, there are 400,000 coaches in this business and growing. The only reason that people sign with you over someone else is because they can relate to you. It's not because you make the most money. It's not because you've been doing it the longest. It's because they relate to you. I have so many people who are like, yeah, I see one of my friends that I went to high school with on social media as a Beachbody coach, but I'd rather work with you. I relate to you more. I like your story, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. There are some people that I get that I think would probably be better off with someone else because we don't really, but either way, people are choosing you not because of how much money you make, but because you're sharing a story, you're getting vulnerable, and they saw something that they could relate to. So think about that every single time that you're posting. So when it comes to my posts, I just wrote out a bunch of notes that I thought of before making my agenda for this call, and like what I think about when I'm posting. So every single post of mine is as often as I can. Every single day is about the opportunity. I get coaches from other teams that are like, you recruit a lot, or you've built your business really fast, or whatever it is. What's your secret? I don't have a secret. I do everything that you guys do. I just do it when I don't want to do it. I always did it, after working 12 to 16 hours as a nurse. I did it anyway, even if I was exhausted. I don't do anything differently than you. But what I do talk about the opportunity as often as I can. Every single one of my posts is about the opportunity. It's not like, join me. But I'm sure everyone on yours friends with me on social media. So you see, but I don't care if I get annoying. I don't care if people are sick of hearing about it. They can unfollow me or delete me. But what I care about is the people that I'm not going away and they're like, oh, okay, I need to message her because I've seen her post every single day and I want to stay home with my damn dog. So think about that. I post about the opportunity in every single post, every single one that I possibly can. Like today, my fitness post was even like, oh, I wish that I could just get paid to work out, drink a chocolate shake, and chat with my friends all day. Wait, that's my job. Like, I'm annoying. I'm not annoying to the people that it matters to. So I make my social media like one of the coaches sort of explained as well in the video that I watched, a public sneak peek in a coaching. So every single one of my posts really is something about the opportunity. I try to share. So think about what attracted you to this business. And this is really where my post and my videos come from. I was not attracted to Jess's posts because she was doing P90X. I wasn't. I didn't give a shit. I hate working out. I'm not a fitness person. My business is not fitness related, or I shouldn't say not fitness related. I'm a health and fitness coach. But everyone's business is different. To me, this is not about the fitness. That is not what attracted me to this business. It was the lifestyle. It was the freedom and working from wherever I want, being a stay-at-home mom, financial freedom, paying off debt. It was those things. There are coaches on my team that just, that are super fitness people, and that's great. Everyone has different niche and a different brand, and I'm just not a fitness person. I hate working out. I work out because if I didn't, I would be fat, and I eat, and it makes me a better person and a better wife, and I like how I look better when I work out. But I hate working out, okay? I'm not a fitness person. That's not what attracted me to this business. So make this business whatever it is for you. What attracted you to this business? Was it the lifestyle? Was it, and share all of those things. That's how I make my posts. For me, it was freedom. I didn't give a crap about the fitness. So I try to share the lifestyle as often as I can. Every single aspect of the lifestyle, everything. Working out from home, it saves me time, and I don't have to go to the gym, and I don't have to brush off my car with all the snow in the winter. I get to travel. I have a job support and accountability and positivity. I share about our team so much. It's not even crazy, or it's crazy. People to be a part of something bigger than them. They want a community that they can belong to. So some people really just see like that my team is 500 something strong, and we have all these friends that we get to choose to work with every day. So I share every single little aspect of the opportunity that I possibly can. If a coach texts me and says like, oh my God, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, I will screen share that and post like something, or we get off a team call that talks about something, I share about it. Like I get to pick my coworkers, like share about every single aspect of the lifestyle of being a coach that you possibly can. This is not just Shakeology, Beachbody programs, and earning from home. It's so more than we get to travel, the recognition, like anytime I get an email or a free gift or anything that you get. I know that, not on this call, I don't think. Is it Deborah? I know that Deborah shared like an adorable video when she got her P90X Success Club gift in the mail. I was like, this is such a good idea. Anything that I get in the mail, I'm like, look what I just got for free. People like free stuff. So share every single thing, like the Beachbody On Demand. I'm like, I ever get bored of what workouts I have to do? Like, look, as a coach, I get a free library full of workouts. Like, share every single thing. Like, I chose my friends as coworkers. Everything, every possible thing that you possibly can. This is not just Shakeology, workout, personal development. It's so much more than that. Consistency, like I said, the minute that you stop posting, or the minute that you skip a day of posting, or whatever, maybe you take the weekends off, you unplug, whatever it is that you do. But the minute that you like stop being consistent with your posts, and stop showing up, people are going to stop showing up for you. They're going to stop following you. They want to see that like you're not going anywhere, that this is real, that this is something serious to you, that this isn't just a phase that you're going through. I have never in 17 months, I don't know how long I've been a coach now, 17 months of coaching, I've never, ever missed a day of posting. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Just know that there are people out there watching you that are really loving your posts, that are really inspired by your posts, even if they're not liking them. Like, I was just thinking before I got on this call, I was looking at like what I had posted already today. I had like 5 likes on every picture. I don't get a lot of likes either. It doesn't mean people aren't coming to me saying like, I saw your post, I want to hear about it. People are behind the scenes. They're watching you. They're inspired by you. They want to join you. Just because you're not getting a lot of doesn't mean that you're not successful. So make time for it. I know I hear a lot, like, I just don't have time to post. You do. You have it's not about having time for any of this. It's about your priorities. And to me, posting has always been a priority because I think it's the number one easiest way to build your business and to get people to see what you're doing. I share my objections publicly. Every single time that I'm getting like a super common objection, I'm like, F this. You people are annoying the shit out of me with your damn excuses. I'm going to make a post about it. Every time I get someone that tells me, maybe next month or not right now, I don't think I'd be good at that, I'm like, ugh. So I write a post about it so that they know, like, you're not the only one that thinks this. You're annoying me. I felt the same way. I'm not just saying this in a private message to sell you. This is really true. Everyone feels this way. This is what's happening. So I just got like 3 in a row about a pyramid scheme this week. And I was like, what? Something in the water this time of month? I'm not really sure what's happening or why you're all saying this to me, but it's annoying. So I made a post about it. Like, post about your objections. People want to see that, like, you're not just in the private message like, no, that's not true, when really, like, it is true. So I post about the objections publicly. I post so much about fear. It's not even funny. I don't know if it's working. I don't care, but I just want people to understand that, like, I was afraid. Fear is running your life. I totally get to live in that mindset. But where are you going to be if your freaking family dies tomorrow? Are you going to wish that you started? But obviously I don't say that in my post, but think about that. Think about those things. Like, I'm sharing publicly everything that people say to me. I'm like, oh, where do you really spend your money? That's funny. You say that you don't have money, but you're out shopping, and look, this cost me $4 and it's better for me. Like, anything that you can post about, be annoying, be like, I don't give a shit anyone thinks type of person, and just do it because so many people are like, okay, I saw your post and now I want to do it. You're right. And again, share about our team pretty often. When it comes to sharing about our team, and Jess, you're probably reading this as well. There's this book called Contagion on marketing, and I forget who Jonah something is the author. But a lot of the wording, and to do this when talking to people, a lot of the wording that I post about, I don't say like my team. I say our team and we, and like, if you want to join us. And like things, I change the words when I'm posting about certain things, just so that people sort of feel like, they want to belong to that, or they want to be a part of that. When I'm talking to people, and this is not about posting or rejection marketing, but when I'm talking to people, and Jess probably taught me this, like, them are already going to sign up. I'm like, yeah, we're so excited to have you. And when you start with our team, not if, like when. So think about those things when you're posting. whenever I'm posting about my team, again, I'm like, our team is amazing. We are 500 something strong, or, all the ladies on my team do this, like however you say it. Don't just say my team. It's not just my team. Like, we're a team. I thought I was going to run out of time, but that's all that I have. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask, or Jess,
I just unmuted myself. That was awesome, girl. That makes me actually like look at my post and be like, oh shit, I stopped doing that one thing that I think I taught you guys. That was really awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Chelsea? Come on, guys, don't be shy. I really like, I had a lot of one-on-one calls today, and we were talking about objections in every single one of them. And Chelsea's right. Like, you have to just literally just not give a shit. Like, I think I told every single girl that I had a one-on-one with today, I was like, you just have to be so relentless with these people that I think like the biggest thing that I feel, and I know I'm talking about objections now, not attraction marketing, but I think it's such an important thing to talk about. So many of us, and I was this way for like my first 9 months of the business, I let fear hold me back of being pushy with people. So when people gave me an objection, I would just be like, oh, whatever, and move on, because I wanted everyone to like me and I didn't want to be mean. And then when I, like Chelsea said, just stop giving a shit and you push people, but in a loving way, then they're going to sign up. Like, I'm signing up a girl tonight that has been telling me for the last 3 months that she's going to sign up, she's going to sign up, she's going to sign up. And then when I finally was like, fuck it, like, I don't care, I really want to help this girl, and she's going to sign up. So that was my rant. Anyways, did you guys have questions? I'm sorry, I asked if you had questions and then I started talking about objections. Okay, I will ask you guys a question. Oh, do you have a question, Cassandra?
Okay. 2 people, Cassandra and Allie.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing people's hands. I must be blind. Let me unmute because I can't talk. I'm going to unmute you, Cassandra. Are you there?
Okay. Yep,
Hi.
I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, quick question. For the call to action posts, when I do those, I don't get an action, at least right away. Is that basically giving people permission to message you? Basically, at some point, like, I don't get like messages below that post, but I'll find like maybe in a couple more posts, like somebody might come to me that week. I don't know how what are your guys' responses to that? Do you actually get people from that one post?
No, like 95% of the, like, people are afraid to be the first ones to comment.
Right.
I don't get, like, I do on Instagram,
Okay.
but not on Facebook.
Make sure something wrong.
No, don't worry. I don't usually ever get people that comment below, or even message me that day. They like secretly wait for their own secret time.
Okay, that's just, I wanted to make sure I wasn't like missing that boat.
No, girl.
It's all of us. Allie, did you have a question, love? Let me unmute you. Did it work? My internet is so slow, guys. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hi.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm unmuted. Am I?
Yeah.
What differences do you have? You kind of just mentioned it, but between Instagram and Facebook posts. Do you just?
I didn't hear the beginning part and strategy behind it. I definitely, like, I post mainly the same thing on both of them. But I do more call to actions on Instagram. And then, like, some of my posts on Instagram, I just try to, like, make prettier.
Right.
Just I want my Instagram to look a certain way. Usually post pretty much the same things. I don't post because on Facebook, honestly, like, all of my posts are pretty much just selfies. They're pretty much me with whatever the hell I want to say. I'm not, like, I haven't been too creative on getting into the post lately, as far as, you know, make it look pretty, or I won't even necessarily, I don't know if I'm making any sense rambling strategy behind going, like, making them different besides just more food and quotes and stuff on Instagram, along with everything else that I'm posting.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cassandra, did you have another question?
Actually, could I add something to that?
Yeah.
So I don't know if friend Shalene Johnson or what, but whenever you do post, she recommended like using as much pictures as she said as possible, but making like paying attention to pictures and trying to make them really eye catching. So I actually changed. I did at that time and got way more traction. Like instead of having like just putting text on there, like even if it's about something. You don't necessarily have a picture of your food or a recipe or anything. You can get a picture of like the sunrise, or you can get a picture of beautiful leaves outside, or like a road, or whatever you can do to dress it up. It tends to drag more people to actually look at your post on Instagram, at least.
Right.
If that's, I don't know.
It should be more visually attractive on Instagram.
Yeah.
Facebook, it does. I don't really think it matters, but that's just my opinion. I think that, and I tell my coaches this a lot, I do think on Instagram that people want to see you more than anything. So if you can get behind the camera and make as many pictures of you as possible, you're going to get more traction on that. So I have like a couple coaches who, when they're posting about the opportunity, they post like a quote, like an inspirational quote, and then what they're saying. And I'm like, people are like, even if you're just posting a selfie of you, they're going to relate to you, see your face, and want to read what you're saying more than like just that inspirational quote and then a big essay underneath. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I see that Mary had a question. What advice do you give for when you don't have a lot of time to create this super thoughtful post, when you just have a few minutes here and there? I don't know if I have great advice on that, because I like literally, if I was working a 12-hour shift, I would go in the bathroom to post. I guess my advice would just be to maybe use Hootsuite. And if you have ideas planned, like maybe plan for the week. Sometimes when I have like a lot of post ideas, I'll write them all down and like disperse like when I'm going to post them. Jess, do you have any advice on not having a lot of time to post?
I was just going to say, like, I mean, that's what I used to have to do, because at my old job, a lot of times I couldn't even get on social media all day. So I would schedule stuff. But I also think that if you just force yourself to get into the habit of doing it, like when you do have more time, so like maybe after you get off work at the end of the day, you just make sure that that's the time that you're going to share about the business, whatever it may be. And just like, I don't think it has to be like, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but I don't think it has to be like this whole, yeah, like it doesn't have to be super extravagant every time. But I mean, like Chelsea was saying about the little things, like got my nails done today, thanks Beachbody, like that doesn't take much thought. So I think that you can still be consistent with the little things, and just like Chelsea said, go to the bathroom if you have to go to the bathroom, or do it at the times where you're not at work. That's what I would say. Cassandra said I've voice texted my parts of my story on my notes on my iPhone and copy and paste it into a post later when I could. That's a great idea. Yeah, I definitely do save stuff in my Notepad app all the time. Hattie said I use my calendar on my phone with my post already made and have my collage or pick ready in my phone, so an awesome post ends up taking 10 seconds. Yes, that's a really good idea. I definitely had to do that too, like especially traveling and stuff like that. So thanks for those tips, ladies. We're about to run out of time. We have less than a minute. So we'll do a drawing for a prize. We'll do it in the team page. And Chelsea, for your girls that aren't on the Tribe Fierce and Free page, if you just want to tell me what their random numbers are. So for those of you girls that are, I'll just do a post in there and we can do a drawing for a giveaway. But thanks, Chelsea, so much for sharing tonight. We loved having you and you did awesome. And it was definitely super helpful for all of us. And we love you and I love all of you.
Welcome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a great night.